Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA 4A Baseball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 30 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other fantastic sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Community Health Network, Bastion Solutions, visit HamiltonCounty.com, Hamilton County Sports Authority, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino, Carpenter Real Estate, Noblesville Youth Sports Alliance, Blades, Audio, Video, and Security, Yancey's Fine Apparel, Hamilton County Bicentennial Commission, and the Hamilton County Reporter. Welcome to Dunker Field here in Noblesville. Game 2 tonight in the series, in the HC Series, between the Hamilton Southeastern Royals and the Noblesville Millers. Last night, Perry, the Millers ended up on the losing end of the game, 5-0, but it was errors that cost them the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's been a situation they've had this season, a difficult time with errors. So, but they've been playing good baseball, got good hitting so far, good pitching so far this year. We're in Decker and Luke Steffen and Riggs and Keever. So getting ready to do the announcements for the starting lineups.
So let's turn it over to Craig Atkins.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch will be thrown out by former Miller Toby Brown as a reserve second baseman on the 2014 state championship team. The next day after the game, Toby was enlisted in June of 2014 as a cavalry scout. Stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia from 2014 to 17, and in Fort Campbell, Kentucky from 2017 to 21. In the middle of that Fort Campbell stationing, he was deployed to Iraq in 2019 during Operation Inherent Resolve. He was discharged as a staff sergeant in October of 2021 and is currently serving in the National Guard. Toby's character, leadership, selflessness was so impactful to the program. His number 2 jersey was chosen to hang in the state championship case at Victory Field that year, representing Miller Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, a veteran and a Miller, Toby Brown. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 2 of this Hoosier Crossroads Conference Series between our visitors, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, and your Noblesville Millers. Let's first meet the starters for Southeastern. Leading off the shortstop, 13, Ty Bradle. Hitting second in right field, number 10, Griffin Haas. Batting third in center field, number 8, Cole Earlywine. Hitting fourth, playing first, number 19, Chugga Rosario. Hitting fifth, the DH, 24, Nolan Colbert. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 2, Maddox Bach. Hitting seventh, the catcher, number 18, Alex Billman. Batting ninth, playing third base. Check that, batting eighth, playing third base, number 9, Harrison Diltz. And batting ninth for the Royals in left field, Cam Sykes. Head coach for Hamilton Southeastern is Corey Sykes. And now, Miller fans, let's meet the starters for your Noblesville Millers. Leading off off the shortstop, number 2, Trevor Corbett. Batting second and playing third, 15, Aiden Reynolds. Batting third and pitching, number 4, Bryce Riggs. Hitting fourth, the right fielder, number 22, Nolan Decker. Batting fifth, number 19, the first baseman, Jack Shade. Hitting sixth in center field, 27, Aiden Ramsey. Batting seventh and catching, number 9, Jacob Edwards. Hitting eighth and playing second base, 13, Brady Bishop. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, 11, Hunter Corbett. He's hitting for the left field, number 5, Connor Seago. Head coach for the Millers in 19 years, Justin Keeler. He's assisted by Justin Fields, Scott Hudson, Brian Worrell, Ben Yoder, and Clinton Miller. At this time, fans, we ask that you all please rise in those wearing caps. Kindly remove them as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, there you have the opening festivities between one of the best rivalries in Hamilton County and another one in the state of Indiana here, Perry, between Noblesville and Hamilton Southeastern. This is one that goes way, way back into the 60s and when it was still Fisher's High School, when you were in high school.
That's right.
And,
just yesterday, right?
Yeah, it just seems like yesterday, doesn't it? Tonight for the Millers, it'll be Bryce Riggs on the mound. Perry, talk a little bit about Bryce and what he's got going for him.
Well, the one thing about Bryce Riggs is he's a very competitive person out there on the mound. As you will see tonight, he'll work pretty quick. He doesn't drag his feet on the mound or anything like that. He does a great job pitching. Coming in this ball game here tonight, he has an earned run average of 2.43. He's got 48 strikeouts, and he does a nice job out there on the mound. The Millers got that 1-2 punch on the mound with Decker and Riggs.
Unfortunately, Perry, I'm sorry to interrupt you here. It looks like we may
Edwards
have an
went
injury
down
here early that Jacob Edwards, during the warm-ups here, is down on the ground there behind the plate, and he was holding his legs, and now the training staff is out there taking a look at him. Sorry to interrupt you here, but wanted to
No,
sure
you're
that,
right. You're right.
We let people know what was going on here, and he appears to be in quite a bit of pain, and right now Bryce Riggs is there, and they're trying to maybe stretch out what happened with him. Maybe he pulled a muscle or something in there, but he's obviously been in quite a bit of pain.
He's a tough kid, though. I think he'll be all right. He just walk it off a little bit.
Try to walk it off here. So
let's talk a little bit more about Riggs.
Yes.
Like I said, he had 48 strikeouts, and the one thing too, Brad, he's only walked 13 batters.
That is an amazing walk to strikeout ratio.
Absolutely.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah. And Decker, same way with Decker. I mean, Decker's he has 50 strikeouts and only 8 walks. So when you have your top 2 pitchers, that they can keep you in a lot of ball games.
Yeah, they can. And unfortunately here for Jacob Edwards, I'm kind of thinking the way he's walking around here that he may not be able to go in this game. In fact, he's back down on the turf there trying to stretch things out. And it looks like we're going to have a change make here before we even
at least to get
pitch.
Riggs warmed up.
Yeah.
Imagine McMahon's going behind the plate.
It's hard to read that number behind that chest protector, but I'm guessing number 6 is the correct number there. We'll also have to see what that does with the lineup here, if what the changes they may make in the lineup.
And hopefully, sometimes when you get out of your routine, especially as a pitcher, hopefully this won't affect Riggs going through his warm-up and things like that. But he's a tough kid. He's a tough kid there.
Yeah. Good evening, Perry.
Good evening. Nice seeing you.
Nice to have all of you with us tonight. Obviously, we're delayed just a moment or two here while we wait for Bryce Riggs to finish his warm-up pitches here. And certainly our best goes out to Jacob Edwards, and hopefully he's okay. He went down the line there, and he's coming back toward the dugout right now, and he seems to be walking fairly well. So we'll have to see what happens here.
He's coming out,
but he is coming back.
Oh yeah,
he wants to play.
He's a tough.
Yeah, he wants to play.
That's senior leadership right there.
Yeah, yep, it certainly is.
But I'm sure Coach Keever won't take any chances either. So
I'm certain if there was anything wrong, the training staff would have put the stop sign up and said,
which is much different than when back in you and I's days.
Oh yeah,
the trainer are a trained staff now, athletic trainers, so they have a lot of influence on whether kids play or not. It's no longer up to that coach.
That's true. Well, Edwards tossed that ball down to second, and boy, he rocketed that thing right down to second base, so hopefully he will be okay. So we're going to get the game underway here, and that'll bring up Ty Bradle. Bradle's at shortstop tonight for Coach Corey Seitz. He pitched the game last night, pitched 6 innings and got the win.
Bradle hitting .305 on the season. Good leadoff hitter, scores around a bunt.
That was a called strike. I think he had the bunt or the bat back in time. I believe that was just a plain and simple called strike, but it's 0-1 on Ty Bradle. That one hits the outside corner once again, and Bradle's in the hole at 0-2. You can see why Riggs has got such a great walk-to-strikeout ratio here, Perry, with just the first 2 pitches coming in. The 0-2 from Riggs. Swing and a miss. Ball is dropped, but Edwards gets up there in time to tag Bradle out. So Bradle went down on 3 pitches. That'll bring up Griffin Haas, the right fielder.
Haas batting .318 on the season.
Yeah, as a team, the Royals bat .244 compared to the Millers, who are batting .261. So a lot of similarities between these two teams.
The one thing both these teams do is they're very patient at the plate, okay? Because their on-base percentage for Southeastern is .370. And for the Millers, it's .420. So
they're also both good defensive teams too. That one's high, 2-0 on right fielder Griffin Haas.
As we spoke there, the last batter, and he threw 3 pitches, and now he's throwing 2 straight balls. So.
Yeah.
There's a strike. Foul back to the screen.
2-1 now on Griffin Haas. The 2-1 pitch on the way.
Pop fly, that's out of play.
Over to the left. Going to be over the stands, out of play. Evens count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you for joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. Swing and a miss. 2 batters and 2 strikeouts swinging for Bryce Riggs, so he adds to that strikeout total early, Perry.
Yep, and now he's got 50.
Yes, he does. Cole Earlywine steps in. Earlywine in center field. First pitch to Cole Earlywine. Hits the lower outside corner for a called strike 1.
Well, he's throwing pretty good right now, Brad.
Yes, he is. He's only missed on 2 pitches so far. There's a swing and a miss. Earlywine is down in the count at 0-2. Riggs gets the sign. He's ready. The 0-2 pitch.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. He struck out the side swinging. So in the top of the first for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. After a half an inning, there is no score. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Celebrating over 30 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on our website, loganstreetsigns.com. What about Noblesville Trophies? Offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Give them a call at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams on a 74-degree evening, Perry. A light wind out of the northwest. They say it's about 10 miles an hour, but right now I don't think it's quite that much.
No.
But the humidity is very low, so somebody get a hold of one here. We could see some long ball here tonight. Good night for hitting home runs.
It's a good night to be at the ballpark, really.
Yes, it is.
Right now to...
Let's take a look at Ethan Lund here for the Royals and see what you got on him, Perry.
All right, Ethan Lund has, he's a junior. He has a 4.13 ERA. He's pitched 20 innings, given up 10 hits, 15 runs, 12 were earned, 23 base on balls, and 29 strikeouts. I would have to say, Brad, one of the things that we were talking about earlier when that strikeout to walk ratio is a little bit higher for the Royals.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The Millers are fortunate to have 2 excellent starting pitchers with probably some of the best walk to strikeout ratios, not only in the HCC in Hamilton County, but probably
the state.
In the state. Both of these games were billed to be pitchers' duels, and boy, last night, if it hadn't been for a couple errors, it would have been a pitcher's duel, and it went to the 5th inning before anybody got on the scoreboard, bottom of the 5th. So Trevor Corbett steps up to the plate. He's at shortstop tonight.
Trevor's batting .288, 52 at bats, 15 runs for Trevor Corbett. The one great thing about Trevor is he's also has had 19 walks, so his on-base percentage is .493.
Good,
and
that's great.
And especially for a leadoff hitter, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that batter on, get him down to second, get him into scoring position. Second pitch to Corbett's just a little bit low. He ends up the count at a ball and a strike. Lund has a tendency to work fairly quickly, so Corbett takes that one over the lower outside corner of the plate for called strike 2.
So 1-2 on the batter.
Yeah. That one's just a little bit inside.
2-2.
Didn't miss by much, but does even up the count.
Yeah, Lund doesn't mess around on the mound. He gets the ball back and goes at it.
There's a foul ball right over toward the Miller dugout. On deck batter Aiden Reynolds picks that one up.
Corbett's only a sophomore. He hit 406 as a freshman last year for the Millers. Ball 3.
It's a little bit low. Sends it to a full count. Full count pitch on the way from Lund. There's a grounder to short picked up by Ty Bradle. Gets it over to Chugga Rosario. The ball gets away from Rosario. That's going to be an error on the first baseman, Chugga Rosario. It'll be an E3. It was a good throw by Bradle.
I'm not sure what happened over there in Chugga.
But the other thing is Bradle usually gets a little bit more steam on that ball, and that ball wasn't thrown real hard, and it did make for a close play at first, but the ball
he may have not got a hold of the ball.
Yeah, and maybe it
out of the glove quite like
a little bit. It wasn't, it didn't bounce in there or anything like that. So the error has to go on the first baseman, Chugga Rosario. That
good lead over there by Corbett.
Lund puts that one way high and outside.
Aiden Reynolds a batter at 370, and Brad, you and I have talked about this many times. This is a outstanding freshman. I mean, he's really a talented hitter.
Leading batter here for the Millers.
Yeah.
Did he check it in time? Are they going to peel it? Nope.
He's got 20 hits on the season.
Mm-hmm.
At 54 at bats. 2-0. Good read by Corbett over there at first, especially for a lefty. There's a strike.
Corbett's only got 4 stolen bases on the season, so he's not a big threat to steal, but in this case, in a game like this, Perry, getting the first run
is key.
It's very, very important. That one's way high and outside again.
3-1. One thing about it too, Brad, is that we talk, and one thing hard in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, like you said, and it played into your series last week in the Mud Sox series with Fishers, was that first run is huge. Because sometimes you may get it a lot, but sometimes that may be the only run scored.
Mm-hmm. Another high and outside pitch. He's been living on that high outside corner there. So the first 2 batters have reached. One on an error, and this time Aiden Reynolds on a walk, and that's going to bring up the pitcher Bryce Riggs.
Riggs batting 306. Riggs will bat right-handed tonight. He's a switch hitter, one of the true switch hitters that we see.
Yeah.
And so Bryce next season will be headed to Eastern Illinois to play baseball. Charleston, Illinois. Riggs batting 306. He's got 15 hits and 14 RBIs.
See if we get a little hit and run going here. First pitch, that one's bunted foul. I thought that hit the bat. It did not, they're saying. Okay,
must not, because Corey didn't.
No, I thought
Coach
that hit the bat.
Sykes is not coming out there or anything.
I'm going to give him a wild pitch on that one.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been up in that upper right corner so far in this inning. That's got to be a concern to the Southeastern coaching staff. 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. Riggs with an opportunity to break this game wide open here in the early going, Perry. That one's right over the inside corner. Makes it 1-2.
That was a really good pitch because normally a batter's not going to swing at that.
Yeah.
Foul ball.
Fouled back.
Jack Shade hustling after that ball.
You don't very often see a pitcher batting .306 either.
He's just a tremendous athlete.
He's right up on top of that plate. Another high outside pitch. Lund is having trouble with that. I don't know if that's an off speed or just a fastball that gets away from him.
I think that one looked like a off speed pitch he was trying to throw, and it just.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's chopped foul down the third base side.
That was basically just a good hitter right up there protecting the plate.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He knew that was close, and he needed to get the bat on the ball. 2-2 here.
Once again, Riggs is right up on top of the plate. The 2-2. There's a fly ball. That's going to go to Griffin Haas. That's going to score a run. No, it did not. Whoa, I thought for sure that would score a run, Perry.
And I think that's what Coach Fitz is asking him right down there himself.
Yeah, because it looked like he took off with the catch, but it just goes as a fly out to the left fielder, Griffin Haas.
And the one thing about it, I think Haas thought he was going to score because he threw it in. Towards shortstop.
Yeah, he was throwing it to the cutoff man to the shortstop Bradle, trying to prevent the runner on second, Reynolds, from advancing to third. First pitch to the cleanup batter, Nolan Decker, is high for ball 1. Decker only batting .195.
But the one thing about Decker is he has 26 walks for the season, so his on base percentage is .500. So very picky swinger.
Off-speed breaking pitch there.
That's a nice pitch, really. It was.
It was 2 balls and a strike now.
Because at 2-0, you really didn't want to go after that.
Yeah. That one's inside, makes it 3-1 on Decker.
But the bad thing about it is, here Brad already runs up to 23 pitches.
Yes, he is. That one's a little high, and he gets another one of those walks, Perry. Second walk of the inning. Bases are loaded now for Jack Shade. Lefty bats .283 on the season.
Jack Shade.
Pitching coach coming out for a little bit of a talk with Ethan Lund. I kind of have a feeling they saw something there, Perry. That
most definitely.
And I'm surprised it didn't happen a little bit sooner because he has not hit the zone that well tonight so far.
No, he's not hit his spots at all, to be quite honest.
So the Royal Brain Trust out to have a little chat with Lund and the rest of the infield.
Matt Shade's got some pretty good power. He has 3 doubles and 3 triples and a home run this season. And his 9 hits are.
First pitch to Shade.
I'm sorry, and his 15 hits.
Yeah. That one hits the outside corner for called strike 1. Ethan Lund in dire need of an out here. It's a little bit inside, evens it up with ball and a strike. Good eye there by Shade.
They're giving Shade the line, so.
Yep. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, all 3 outfielders are playing almost dead straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts one down either line, and he could clear the bases.
Yeah.
Strike 3.
Good job coming back there by Lund.
Mm-hmm.
That gives the Millers 2 outs now with bases loaded. So
that'll bring up Aiden Ramsey.
Ramsey hitting 226.
27, Aiden Ramsey.
Millers would like nothing more than to get at least one or two of these runs in here early, Perry, but the Royals trying to shut him down. That one hits the lower inside corner for strike one on Ramsey.
One thing about it this season, we've seen Ramsey hit some long fly balls.
Yes.
He can hit the ball.
Strike two.
That fastball looked pretty good there by Lund.
Yeah, whatever.
Last two pitches. Always makes a pitching coach look good when he goes out to the mound and it turns around like this.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a
Wow,
miss.
got him. That's a big inning
the Royals dodge a huge bullet there on that one from the Millers. So in the bottom of the first for the Millers, there were no runs, no hits, one error, three left on the bases. At the end of one, there is no score. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore. It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. I'm Brad Silbert. He's Perry Williams. And we're through one here, and a little bit of excitement down there in the bottom of the first period. It looked like the Millers might be able to take an early lead, but a good bit of pitching coaching there, and Ethan Lund managed to get out of a huge jam.
Well, I think one of the keys also that we got to keep in mind here in this first inning is Lund threw 31 pitches in the first inning. And number two, Trevor on a fly ball to right field, Trevor Corbett on third base and didn't tag up and go.
Yeah,
He tagged up, but he didn't go.
I think he saw that ball coming in, Perry, and thought, man, that's a good throw. Maybe I better get back. 4, 5, and 6 batters coming up for the Royals here in the top of the second. First batter will be the first baseman, Chugga Rosario.
He's batting 167 on the season.
It's a 2-0 now. That 167 batting average for him is a little bit deceptive. He was having a lot of trouble putting the bat on the ball earlier in the season, but the last couple of weeks he's really come along and got the bat on the ball. Two balls and a strike on Chugga Rosario. That one hits the lower outside corner, evens up the count.
That first inning, Riggs had 3 strikeouts.
Yes, he did. Really make it 4. Ooh, a little bit outside there. Rosario's got a full count there. First full count of the game for Riggs. Rosario swings right through that and misses. So Bryce Riggs has struck out the first 4 batters he's faced swinging, Perry. That'll bring up designated hitter Nolan Colbert.
Yeah, he's batting 341. He's the leading hitter on the
Yes,
Royals.
he is.
A lefty.
Mm-hmm. Nice off-speed pitch there, starting him off with strike 1. Strike two. Bryce isn't quite as fast as Lund out there on the mound, but he's a pretty quick worker. The 0-2 to Colbert.
On the outside.
Yep, a little high and outside. Makes it 1-2. Beautiful afternoon for a ball game. It's good to see people out in shirt sleeves. That one's outside, evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's good to see people sitting in the stands in shorts and not having their winter jackets on for a change.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch on the way to Colbert. That one's low. He's worked it from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. Second batter in a row that's gone to a full count. We're in the top of the second, no score. Full count pitch on the way from Riggs. Swing and a miss. That is 5 in a row that Bryce Riggs has struck out swinging, Perry. Have to have one of our Noblesville historians look that up and see if maybe that's getting to be somewhere near a record. I can see 5 strikeouts in a row, but 5 swinging strikeouts, that might be something else. Second baseman Maddox Bach steps in. First pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Riggs took both of the batters he's faced in this inning to full counts before striking him out swinging. The 1-0. That's popped up. Jack Shade is chasing it.
Edwards, it's out of play.
So is Edwards, and it does go out of play. With that left the bat, I thought there might be a play on that, but ball carried out of the ballpark. That evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Maddox Bach. Bach batting .240 on the season. Takes that one for strike 2.
Nice pitch right there.
Yeah. Bach has batted in many different positions in the lineup. Spent a lot of time as a leadoff batter. Last few games he's been down in the midfield area. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3
baby.
called. So that's 6 in a row that have been mowed down by Bryce Riggs. So in the bottom or the top of the second for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Gator Electric is the highest performing national contractor of excellence since 1984. Gator Electric success continues to be built upon the cornerstone of reliable resources and reliable outcome. Insights fueled by our genuine care for people. Gator Electric, along with Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, are proud sponsors of Hamilton County sports. Well, Brad, we're going to the bottom of the second inning here. The Millers left bases loaded last time, and let's see what happens.
Been the tale of two innings so far, Perry, with Bryce Riggs just mowing down everybody in the Royals lineup. He struck the first 5 out swinging, and then he got to Maddox Bach looking for strike 3. So he struck out 6 in a row here to open up this game. That's probably more than an average pitcher gets in a full game.
Yeah.
But we're looking at a couple good arms here tonight.
First batter for the Millers is the catcher, Edwards, and right off the bat, Brad, he didn't really start off really good because he got hit or something happened. We weren't really paying that much attention because we were talking.
Yeah,
we looked up and he was down. So
yeah, I'm going to try to find out between innings here if somebody saw what happened to him. because he was down flat on his back right behind home plate when he started out there to warm up Riggs. See how he does batting here. That one bounces in, ball one.
Edwards batting .218 on the season.
We've often talked just how critical a good catcher is to a good pitcher.
And Edwards is a very, very good catcher.
He's one of the best receivers in the conference. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Edwards in the hole at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. High and outside.
I'll tell you what, one thing about it is, Brad, Lund's breaking stuff doesn't look real good, but man, his fastball.
Yeah, his fastball's been good. But
he's hitting pitches, spot there.
Yeah. That one's going to go foul out of play over to the right. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just can't say it enough. What a gorgeous afternoon.
Looks like there's a pretty good crowd. It's kind of hard to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple sets of bleachers we can't see that well, but one thing about the dunk is it's spacious, so there's people can stand just about anywhere. Of course, the field from fair territory to the fence is a long ways on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of foul territory here too. Strike 3 is going to be called. He just froze Edwards there.
Nice pitch by Lund.
Yep, for the first out of the second inning. Second baseman Brady Bishop steps in.
Bishop hasn't got a hit this season, but he's only batted had one at bats. Now he's pitch run a few times and scored 3 runs, but he usually plays second base when Riggs pitches.
Mm-hmm. First strike to Bishop is a strike over the outside corner. Lund once again working very quickly out in front of Bishop, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, that one's low and inside. Just about up the shoes there. The 1-2 pitch, inside again. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on second baseman Brady Bishop. Bishop, a junior, got that count up to a full count now.
This batter, Lund's been all over the plate.
Yeah, he has.
The full count.
Chops that one foul. So we'll do it again. Miller's put the first 2 batters on base in the first inning. 1 on an error and 1 on a walk. Full count pitch. Fouled off again. Good battle up there by Bishop.
Yeah, especially for a kid that's only batted once this season. Because see, normally when he's in the lineup playing second base, Riggs go ahead, it bats, and Hunter Corbett is a DH all season.
So Brady Bishop reaches on a walk. That's a 3rd walk that's been issued so far in this game by Ethan Lund. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Hunter Corbett.
And this is one thing we talked about, that you talked about in the beginning of the game here. Coming into this game, the Royals had 109 walks.
Yes, they did. They've walked a lot of batters. Lund looks over at Bishop. Delivers the first pitch a little bit low for ball 1.
Hunter Corbett's batting .333. He's done a nice job as a DH this season as a senior. Trevor's older brother, who will follow him in the batting order here. That's cool. Oh, no.
Well, Griffin Haas is right there.
Yeah,
He's got
he
her
played him
lined
pretty
up.
well right there.
Yeah. Nice line out there to the right fielder. So that's 2 down now. Back to the top of the order. That'll bring Trevor Corbett up to the plate.
Corbett reached on an error
ended
the
up
first
at,
baseman.
Ended up at third base on a wild pitch and did not score on that fly out by Riggs. First pitch to Corbett. Fouled just back to our right. Lund's struggling a little bit out there tonight, Perry. 49 pitches already here, and we're 2/3 of the way through the second inning.
He's going.
That one's going to fall in.
Yeah.
Oh, my, just out of the reach of Ty Bradle.
Yeah.
And Brady
hit
Bishop,
right there.
Yeah, Bishop took off with the pitch, so he makes it to third. And Trevor Corbett picks up the first hit of the game for the Millers with a base hit. So Miller's in business here with runners on first and third, 2 down. Aiden Reynolds will step in. He walked his first at bat in the first inning. That was one of those that kind of went right into no man's land, Perry.
Runners at the corner now.
2 outs, 2 on. And on the play, Corbett takes second. He did take off with the pitch, so we'll give him a stolen base. That puts 2 runners in scoring position. Bryce Riggs, an 0-1 count, 2 down. That one bounces in. Alex Billman makes a nice stop on it. You know, as much space is there on the, on this field, Perry, if a ball gets away from the catcher.
Oh, yeah.
If it gets back to the fence, it's definitely going to score 1 or 2 runs. The 1-1 pitch. That one's inside. Billman lost that one also.
But he did keep it in front of him.
Yes, he did. Nice job of blocking it. So that's 2 balls and a strike on Aiden Reynolds. Miller's had 3 aboard in the first. They got 2 aboard here in the second. Trying to get the goose eggs off of the scoreboard. That's going to make it 3-1. Exact same count that he walked on in the first inning. Swing and a miss makes it a full count. 55 pitches already by Ethan Lund here.
So you may see them go to the bullpen early tonight.
Yeah, they may not have any choice. That one gets away. Will they get the play at first? No, they don't. So we're going to let show Bishop scoring on a wild pitch. Lund does get credit for a strikeout, but Reynolds ends up on first on the wild pitch. And that sends Trevor Corbett over to third. So the first run of the game has been scored by the Millers, and Perry, in a game like this between these 2 teams, this could be huge.
Yeah, you're so right.
Bryce Riggs steps in, the opportunity to help himself out here. Chugga Rosario goes for that one in foul territory for the fly out. So in the bottom of the second for the Millers, there was 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on the bases. At the end of 2, Millers 1, Royals nothing. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. Welcome back to Dunker Field. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams, and we have learned what ended up happening to Jacob Edwards there in the pregame warm-ups. Apparently a ball bounced and caught him in the leg area and just kind of bruised him up and gave him a little bit of pain there in that midriff area. But he seems to be okay now and walked it off, and just glad to see that happen. We didn't see what happened, and thanks to Perry and Brad over there, or I should say Craig and Brad over there, for giving us the right information. We're moving into the top of the third. Millers have threatened to score in both the first and second, and they did score one run. Brady Bishop scored that run. On a wild pitch. Yeah, on a wild pitch of all things to give the Millers a 1-0 lead here going into the top of the third.
Well, let's keep in mind, Rad, here after 2 innings, the Millers have left 5 people on base.
Yes, and Ethan Lund has thrown 57 pitches for the Royals, so a couple factors to keep in mind
as this game goes on, right?
Alex Billman steps in. The Royals catcher takes the first pitch for a called strike 1.
And I guess the other noteworthy thing is Mr. Riggs is throwing nothing but BBs up there.
He has been. He's had a good outing so far.
Yeah, he has. You can't ask for much better than what he's throwing.
No, you can't. He's, when you strike out the first 6 batters, that's
not a bad evening.
That's a good omen for the Millers.
Yeah.
The 0-2 pitch to Billman. Swings and misses. That's 7 in a row now that have struck out for the Royals. 6 of those 7 swinging.
So they are swinging the bats, Brad.
Yes, they are.
Third baseman Harrison.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So here's Harrison Diltz. He swings and fouls the first pitch straight back. Now, don't those folks in those bleachers right behind home plate there, don't they look comfortable?
That's right. That's
look,
a good view right there.
Yeah, they look like
we got a good view from center field on that camera, too.
We certainly do.
Jim Wofford does an outstanding job for us.
He certainly does. Diltz is in the hole at 0-2.
He's not only talented, he's a good boss, right, Brad?
Yes, he is. The 0-2. That one's a little bit outside. I think Riggs thought he had that one.
Well, he threw that high heater. He was thinking maybe he'd take a cut at that.
Yep. The 1-2 pitch.
Uh-oh.
That one's lined right to the shortstop. And he just barely got that right in front of him. A nice play there by
well, that broke his string there, though.
Yeah, nice play there by Trevor Corbett. Second out of the inning. Most important thing for the Millers, obviously, is they got the out. That'll bring up left fielder Cam Seitz.
A name that's very familiar in Southeastern lore.
Well, his father, now the head coach.
His grandfather,
the longtime head coach, assisting his son Corey. Very well-known name in Hamilton County baseball. 2-0 on junior Cam Seitz. The 2-0 pitch. That one might have gone off the mask of
I think it did, Edwards. Yeah, he's adjusting it right now.
He
said, thank goodness I had a mask on.
Yeah. Well, he's been hit a couple times tonight already, and fortunately this one didn't slow him down. 2 balls and a strike on Cam Seitz. That one's a little bit low, 3-1.
I'll tell you what, he was baiting him, though. He was
trying to get him to swing. The 3-1 for Briggs. Outside.
First walk.
And the Royals have their first walk of the day. He's faced 9 batters, struck out 8 of them. An 8-1 ratio, strikeouts to walk. That's not bad. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Back to the top of the order, and Ty Bradle steps in. This is going to sound like a broken record. He struck out his first time up, Perry.
Yeah, we're going to hear that quite a bit here.
Yes. That one bounces in, but Edwards makes a nice stop on that. Edwards thought about throwing down to first, but
it's a pretty tough time of night to throw down to first base
yeah.
because of the sun.
Briggs taking his time. That one goes low and outside also. Jack Shea doing his best to try to hold Cam's sights close. But Briggs has yet to throw over there. 2-0. That one's a little bit low also. And Jacob Edwards heads to the mound to have a word with Bryce Riggs. That's the first time he's had a count go 3-0 in this game. Always interesting, Perry, to see how the batters and pitchers react second time through the order. They've had a chance to see what what's coming at them the first time up, and second time we'll have to see what happens there. That one hits the outside corner, makes it 3-1 on Ty Bradle. That one's hit high in the air in the foul territory. Shade is going over, and he manages to fight off the sun and makes the play. So in the top of the third for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on the bases. Middle of the third, score remains Millers 1, Royals nothing. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Need physical therapy? Are you struggling with the ache or a pain that don't go away with rest, ice, or over-the-counter medication? You may benefit from seeing physical therapists for an evaluation. Individuals may schedule a physical therapy appointment without a doctor's referral. Visit ecommunity.com/physical therapy for more information. Since the establishment of Church Hill and Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history for helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190. Don't forget Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. Yancey's Apparel, doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years, located inside Noblesville Trophies. Enter the north side door or call Dan at 317-773-2973.
Welcome back to Dunker Field, going to the bottom of the third inning. Millers put one across in the second. Let's see what they can do here in the bottom of the third, Perry, and it's going to bring right fielder Nolan Decker, who pitched a marvelous game last night at Southeastern, but unfortunately came up a little short because of a couple of errors.
First pitch for a strike.
Decker walked his first time up in the first inning. Second pitch hits the lower outside corner, evens up the count, a ball and a strike. That one is a little bit on the low side, makes it 2-1. Once again, Lund working very quickly.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On Nola Decker.
Decker out in right field when he's not pitching. There's a hot shot to third. That one's scooped up. Let's see. There's not going to be a play on that. Harrison Diltz, I think what he did, Perry, I think he looked up.
Took his eye off the ball.
Yeah, he took his eye off the ball. So that'll be the second error of the game for the Royals. That'll put Nolan Decker on base. Officially, that'll be an E5. That'll bring Jack Shade up. Struck out swinging in the first inning. See if they're going to have him bunt here. It's a little bit outside. Home plate umpire's got a pretty tight strike zone out there so far tonight, Perry.
Yeah, but he's
been
consistent.
Yes, he's been consistent both ways. The 1-0 to Jack Shade. That one hits the corner of the plate, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Pitch over to first. Dropped the ball. Chugga Rosario made a nice throw over there, but Ty Bradle could not dig that ball up. It was just a little bit of a low throw, but it was still a playable ball. So I think we're going to have to give Decker a stolen base and give also, do you call that a stolen base and an error? That's they're going to call it a stolen base. So Nolan Decker in scoring position. Jack Shade up there with a 1-1 count. That one bounces in. Billman does a nice job of blocking that. 2-1. Aiden Ramsey on deck. Leadoff man in scoring position already here in the bottom of the third for the Millers. That one is low and outside. Makes it 3-1 now on Jack Shade. Shade, the senior first baseman for Justin Kiever. That one's outside, and Jack Shade reaches. And I believe we're going to see Brady Strawmeyer start to loosen up down there in the Royals bullpen. 67 pitches so far for Ethan Lund. Another visit coming out from the pitching coach.
This is basically just to give him a chance to get a few throws in.
Let him get loose. Lund has had pretty good control on his fastball, Perry, but his breaking pitches.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
They've been all over the place, and Alex Billman has really been challenged there behind the plate tonight to keep that ball out in front of him. Miller's with no outs, one runner in scoring position, the other runner on first base. Decker reached on an error, on a throwing error by the third baseman, Harrison Diltz. He just couldn't cleanly field a ground ball. Home plate umpire takes his time going out to the mound to break things up and says, "Come on, guys, let's play ball." Brady Strawmeyer, who's throwing in the bullpen right now, he pitched the 7th inning last night to get a save. "67 pitches so far by Ethan Lund." Not sure what the conversation is about between Justin Kiever and the home plate umpire there.
27, Aiden Ramsey.
Aiden Ramsey steps in, struck out swinging in the first. No outs. Miller's with an opportunity here to put some more runs on the board.
Rosario's pulled in here.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a pretty good bunt right there.
They're going to beat it out.
Wow, nice bunt there by Ramsey, base hit.
Yeah, Aiden Ramsey picks up the second hit of the game for the Millers.
That was a good placement of the ball there.
Yes, it was.
That was the right place to put it, right between
Yeah.
the pitcher and the first baseman.
Well, the heck of it is if Rosario had stayed home and hadn't come in for the ball, Billman might have been able to field it and get the out at first. But as it is now, the Millers, no outs and the bases loaded. That'll bring up Jacob Edwards. He struck out in the second to lead off the second. Royals in a big jam here with no outs and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. It's a foul ball going out just over the stands toward the JV field.
Of course, there is a JV game going on tonight.
Yes,
Ron
there
Colley's
is.
over there playing.
Mm-hmm.
They started that game a little bit earlier because there's no lights on that field over there.
1-1. That one gets away, and the Millers are going to have another run. And they're going to have two runners in scoring position. So Jacob Edwards is up there right now with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. One in, still no outs. The 2-1 pitch. That one's drilled out in the center field, or right field. Going to try to score this time, and they don't, but they may have a play at second. Nope, they don't. So that time the fly ball to Griffin Haas ends up scoring another run for the Millers.
Let me play among the stars. Let me
Second
see
baseman,
what spring
Brady
like
Bishop.
on Jupiter and Mars.
One down. Two runners have scored so far. Run around second. That one gets away again from Billman. And I've got to believe that Ethan Lund is probably on his last batter here, Perry. One would think. So far in this inning, Nolan Decker and Jack Shade have scored. Aiden Ramsey is now on third. Swing and a miss there by Brady Bishop to even up the count at a ball and a strike.
Bishop walked his first time up and scored on a wild pitch.
That one's a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike.
One out here.
75th pitch of the game here. One out in the bottom of the third. That one hits the outside corner, makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Lund, swing and a miss. Brady Bishop goes down swinging. Second out of the inning. This has all been accomplished with 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 error. Hunter Corbett steps in.
He flew out to right field his first time up.
I have a feeling if Bishop had reached, that would have been the last batter for Lund, but let him see what he can do here with Hunter Corbett. That one hits Corbett. He'll have to go, the runner will have to go back. Now they're saying it didn't hit him. I thought the ball hit him, Perry. Well, they say it did not hit.
Well, no one's questioning,
Yeah,
really.
Hunter Corbett. I thought for sure that ball hit him, but it did not. So that makes it a ball and a strike on Corbett. Ethan Lund has just had a really, really tough outing here tonight, Perry.
It's a nice pitch there.
Evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lund has faced 6 batters in each of the first 3 innings. Another one that goes high and outside. He's been living out there all night.
Yeah, he has.
Full count pitch on the way to Hunter Corbett. That one's high, and Corbett's going to continue the inning with a base on balls. Second walk of the inning. We're back to the top of the order with Trevor Corbett coming up. Corbett's been on base both times he's been up. Base hit and an error. Has not scored. Appears to me that Brady Strohmeyer is probably ready in the bullpen. First pitch to Trevor Corbett's outside.
In fact, he's just kind of he's not throwing too many pitches now. He's in no hurry to get warmed up. I mean, he's warmed up.
Yeah. That one gets it by Billman in a wild pitch. So that'll be 2-0 now on Corbett. Brother Hunter Corbett advances to second on the wild pitch. Another runner in scoring position. That one hits the strike zone, makes it 2-1. That one gets away, and that's going to put a runner on third. Make the count 3-1. Two down, 3 in so far on 1 hit and 1 error. The 3-1 from Ethan Lund. That one bounces in also. And Trevor Corbett's on the bases for the 3rd time tonight in 3 innings.
Got to make a move here.
Corey Seitz coming out to the mound. Perry, let's hear from one of our great Hamilton County television sponsors.
Carpenter Realtor, Jamie Carmesino. Jamie is a full-time service hometown realtor who is committed to helping you navigate this real estate market. Have questions about buying or selling your home? Call Carmo today at 317-490-3735. How about Blades Audio Video Security is Indiana's premier K-12 audio video security provider. Blades AVS is a design-build firm that provides high-quality solutions that are designed, engineered, installed, and warranted by our team of experts. Over 18 years, we've been helping schools and local businesses see and hear more clearly. We've added securing your facilities to how we can serve you. So whether it is the sound system, your displays, your network, your building security, ask how our experienced Blades Audio Video Security team can service your business.
Well, the book will be about to be closed for Ethan Lund. He will be responsible for the runner on third. But Brady Strawmeyer comes in to pitch for the Royals. He's got a 2.72 ERA, Perry, 18 innings pitched, 14 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned runs. He's also got a pretty decent strikeout to walk ratio with 5 walks and 21 strikeouts. So, and he came in the 7th inning last night to close the game out in the Royals' victory down at Hamilton Southeastern at Ken Seitz Field.
Well, Brad, let's talk a little about Mr. Lund. He pitched 2.2 innings here, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 were earned, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts.
He just didn't have his.
No, he struggled with
No.
any off-speed pitches at all.
He just plain and simple had a tough outing tonight. So third baseman Aiden Reynolds will step in for his third at bat. He's batted all 3 innings so far tonight. Aiden with that bright pink bat.
That's right.
Boy, you can't miss that, can you?
No, you certainly can't.
Runner on third, 2 outs. 7th batter. Also a runner on first. Got the Corbett brothers at first and third. Two pitches, 2 outside balls. The 2-0 pitch from Strawmeyer. That one's low and inside, 3-0. Strawmeyer in danger of walking the bases loaded here, Perry. You have the ever dangerous Nolan Decker coming up
No,
next.
Bryce Riggs.
Oh, excuse me, Bryce. Well, more dangerous Bryce Riggs. 3-1 now on Reynolds. That one's fouled back. Makes it a full count. So more than likely we'll see Trevor Corbett take off with the pitch. Brother Hunter Corbett on third. Swing and a miss. Brady Strawmeyer comes in and strikes out the Millers. So in the bottom of the third, there were 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on the bases. Through 3, Millers 4, Royals nothing. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Welcome back to Dunker Field, home of Miller baseball. Miller's ahead 4-0 here after 3 innings, scoring 1 in the second, 3 in the third, giving Bryce Riggs a nice comfortable lead. He has just pitched a marvelous game so far here tonight. I'd like to thank our technical crew, Jim Wofford, Mr. Everything at Hamilton County Television. Producer, director, engineer, entrepreneur, you name it. Jim does it. He even fills the pop machine. He's a good man. Also tonight, we've got Lucas Lacone with us. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. And we're moving into the top of the fourth. Royals will send the 2, 3, and 4 batters up. This will be Griffin Haas stepping in for his second at bat. First pitch to Haas. He bunts, gets way under it. Ball goes well over the press box. First 7 batters that Bryce Riggs faced, he struck out. The first 6 he struck out swinging. 0-1 on Haas. Riggs takes that one a little bit high, evens up the count, a ball and a strike. We're in the top of the fourth. The 1-1 pitch. That one bounces in, gets beyond Jacob Edwards, makes it 2 balls and a strike. Two 1 pitch on the way. That one's right down the heart of the plate. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce Riggs so far has faced 1 over the minimum. That one's fouled back to the left side. Over the new baseball facility. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another one fouled back off to the left. Jacob Edwards is kind of taking a beating behind the plate tonight, but so far it hasn't seemed to affect him.
No, he's tough back there. Of course, you don't know many catchers that aren't tough back behind that plate, man.
They've got to be,
because they take a beating. Strike 3, got him looking.
Called on the lower inside corner.
Bueller.
And for the second time tonight, Griffin Haas goes down. That'll bring up Cole Earlywine.
Center fielder number 8, Cole Earlywine.
8th strikeout. Cole Earlywine steps in. He'll be going up to Ball State next year to play football. First pitch is a called strike. There's the second strike, fouled back toward the Royals dugout. 0-2 pitch. Earlywine calls timeout and gets it. He steps back in. Riggs steps back on the rubber. Now the 0-2. Strike 3 called. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Chugga Rosario.
Number 19, Chugga Rosario.
Once again, like a broken record, he struck out his first time up.
Yeah. This list is long, you know?
Yes. Strikeout.
Well, till you get down to the 8th or 9th batter, after the first 2 innings, we had to go to the 8th and 9th batter before we got a fly out and a base on ball.
Yeah, the Royals have only had 1 runner so far in this game. The 0-1, it's a little bit low.
1-1. Nine strikeouts for Mr. Riggs tonight.
Ooh, that's amazing. He's definitely had no control issues tonight.
No,
He's done a great job.
You know, the one thing about it, I'd have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that Decker's had a couple games at 12 and one at 13 when he went 8 innings.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Riggs has had a 12 strikeout game.
With the rate he's going, he could best
Oh,
that
yeah.
tonight if he does the whole game. Chugga Rosario reaches first with a 2-out walk. Going to bring up designated hitter Nolan Colbert.
And what did Colbert do the first time?
I'm going to have to look this up. I think he might have struck
out. Yeah.
We're going to have a pinch runner out there for Chugga Rosario. It's going to be Colin Goley, who normally steps into the shortstop role when Ty Bradle is pitching.
Colin Goley.
Low. 0-1 or 1-0 on Colbert. That one's a little high, 2-0. Colbert was the 5th strikeout in a row in the second inning. That one's fouled off to the left, down toward the Miller bullpen, but it does go out of play into the batting cage. Makes it a 2-1 count on Colbert.
2 outs here.
Colbert manages to reach. Maddox Bach is on deck. That one's inside, makes it 3-1. Both of the Royal runners so far have reached on walks. That's going to be another walk, a 2-out walk, second walk in a row. It's 64 pitches now for Bryce Riggs. That'll bring up second baseman Maddox Bach. Royals have had 3 runners. All 3 of them have been base on balls. No hits so far for the Ben in Blue. That one gets away. Is there going to be a play at third? No. Jacob Edwards kind of lost that ball, and I think Perry, he just didn't know where it was.
And it was between the umpire's legs.
Yeah, and the Royals have got 2 runners in scoring position. Maddox Bach up there with a 1-0 count on him, 2 down. That's going to even it up at a ball and a strike. First real scoring opportunity here for the Royals tonight. One and one. Riggs is ready. Bach is ready. That makes it 2-1. All of a sudden, Bryce Riggs is having a little bit of a trouble hitting the strike zone, Perry. Not a whole lot, but just a little. He's pitched a marvelous game so far. That one's outside, makes it 3-1 now. He's in danger of walking his 3rd batter in a row. Edwards goes out to have a couple of words with him, and I think probably what Jacob was telling him, just throw strikes. The 3-1. Did he check it or not? Oh, they're calling it a strike. He did go. They're saying he went. Bryce Riggs really got a break on that one, Perry, because that ball was high and outside. Bach knew it also. 2 down, 2 in scoring position, 3-2 count. Maddox Bach. That one's drilled into the gap in left center field. That's going to score 2 runs. And Maddox Bach gets the first hit of the night for the Royals, and he gets 2 RBIs. So the Royals are on the scoreboard now with a hit.
So that makes the score 4-2 now here.
And Lucas Steffen looks like he's trotting down to the Miller bullpen to warm up. As that was pitch number 70 for Bryce Riggs. Riggs, Perry, he was just...
he was on cruise control.
Oh, yeah, he was on cruise control, mowing everything down in his path. So the meeting of the minds at the mound is over. And that is Lucas Steffen working it down there in the bullpen. This will be Alex Billman. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Billman was the last of the 7 players in a row to strike out between the first, second, and third inning. 0-1. Billman fouls that back. He's in the hole at 0-2. He struck out on an 0-2 pitch to start the third inning.
Got him.
Billman swings and misses. So in the top of the 4th for the Royals, there's 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left on the bases. Middle of the 4th, score now. Noblesville Millers 4, Hamilton Southeastern Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Want to be a part of a cutting-edge business? Bassin Solutions is hiring. Voted one of the best places to work in Indiana. We're a growing team making an impact on the community and the world. As a Toyota Advanced Logistics company, Bassin Solution is committed to our employees, offering comprehensive benefit package and career growth potential. We're recruiting for our corporate headquarters in Carmel and are in our manufacturing facilities in Westfield and Greenfield. Apply at BassinSolutions.com. When we work, the world works. How about Yancey's Apparel? You know, this is prom time and weddings are coming up and everything. So
Tis the season.
Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rentals. Give Dan a call at 317-773-2973. Yancey's Apparel has been doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years, and it's inside Noblesville Trophies. You can enter the north side door.
So the Royals get on the board in the top of the 4th with 2 runs on 1 hit. Miller's coming up here in the bottom of the 4th. They've got 4 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Line score for the Royals, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. And for the Millers, Lucas Steffen continues to loosen up down in the bullpen. Nobody loosening for the Royals as Brady Strawmeyer comes in for his second inning of work, and that'll bring up the pitcher Bryce Riggs.
Number 4, Bryce Riggs.
Riggs has flown out twice, once in fair territory to the right fielder Griffin Haas, once in foul territory to the first baseman Chugga Rosario. First pitch to Riggs hits the outside corner. 0-1 on the pitcher, Riggs. That was a little bit high. Evens the count up. Ball and a strike. That one misses, makes it 2-1. Riggs a .306 batter. That one's popped up over to the right side. That's going to go out of play. Two balls, two strikes. No outs. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 4-2 in favor of the Millers over the Royals. It's a little bit inside, makes it a full count. There's a fly ball to left field. Cam Seitz is under it. He's got it. So Riggs flies out for his third time in the game. That's one down. That'll bring up right fielder Nolan Decker. Decker has walked and reached on an error, scored one of the 4 Miller runs.
Decker got 27 walks on the season.
Picked up one here tonight already. The 1-0 pitch to Decker. A little bit outside.
2-0 on Nolan Decker.
Decker really did pitch a marvelous game last night down at Ken Seitz Field, and he was unfortunately the victim of a couple, 3 very untimely errors in the game. That went straight to Bach. And we've got a change out there.
Yeah, first base.
Ty Bradle is now at first base. Colin Goley is who pinch hit for Chugga Rosario. He's at shortstop. Hadn't noticed that when they came out of the field.
I didn't either until I looked up and I said, that's not Rosario over there.
Jack Shade steps in.
2 outs now.
Officially 0-1 on the game. Struck out swinging in the first, walked in the third, scored one of the 3 runs the Millers did score last inning. 2-0. That one's fouled off to the left. You know, part of that change is, Barry, is you take a guy like Ty Bradle, and I think he can play anywhere on the field. He's just a good all-around ball player. He's played short, he's played third, played first. A little bit outside. That was a little bit low, and for the second time in a row, Jack Shade walks.
I do not. Now batting for Noblesville, the center fielder,
Aiden Ramsey will step in. He's got one of the 2 Miller hits tonight so far. 2 down. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Miller's up by 2 over the Royals. Big swing and a miss by Ramsey. Oh, 0-1. That one's bounced right back to Ty Bradle at first. All he's got to do is step on the bag. So the Millers leave one on. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on the bases. At the end of 4, Noblesville Millers 4, Hamilton Southeastern Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street Signs and Banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Dunker Field. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams on a beautiful night for a baseball game. What else can be better on Friday night than sitting and watching the Millers and the Royals go at each other, Perry?
Absolutely. It's a gorgeous night here. A good crowd, a lot of people, both from Southeastern and Noblesville. The one thing about it is, Brad, it's amazing. And then Hoosier Crossroad Conference, you got Westfield, you got Fishers, you got Southeastern, you got Noblesville. We're all here together. We're not more than 6 or 7 miles from each other.
Makes for some great competition.
Yeah, it's like driving across town.
Uh-huh. Ground ball right at the
Bishop.
Gets it over to first.
Over the shade.
One pitch, one out as Harrison Diltz goes down. That'll bring up Cam Seitz.
Brad, there's not been many balls hit on the ground tonight,
Yeah. There's not been many balls hit, period.
That's true.
Several fly balls.
Yeah,
but,
3.
I really thought we might see some long ball tonight. But,
there's not been. There hasn't even been anything close.
No, there hasn't.
The fly balls we have had have been pretty shallow.
Yes, they have. There's a pop-up foul right straight behind us, Cam Seitz. He's in the hole at 0-2. He reached on a walk in the third. The 0-2 to Cam Seitz.
Got him.
At the inside corner, he's rung up. I've got that as the 10th strikeout now. Yeah, 10 strikeouts in the game so far. Back to the top of the order, and Ty Bradle steps in. That one's a little bit low. Bradle now at first base. Struck out swinging. He popped out to Jack Shade his last time up. Another one outside. Millers did have Lucas Steffen warming up in their bullpen. He's still down there, but not throwing.
Well, right now, Riggs looks pretty good coming out here.
Yes, he does. Swing and a foul straight back. Makes it 2-1.
That's number 80 pitches.
That one bounces in. And Ty Bradle is up 3-1 in the count. Yeah, whoever wins this game tonight will have sole possession of first place in the conference at 7-3. Whoever loses will go to 6-4 and be tied with the Fishers Tigers. Corey Seitz out there talking to the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what they're.
Well, somebody said something. I'm not really sure on that last pitch, and the umpire turned and said, "That's enough of that."
Okay.
And then I think Corey's just kind of getting a clarification on, what was that about?
Yeah, I did not see anything happen there. The 3-1 pitch, foul ball into the Miller bullpen.
Because you have to say, and it's that way, and all the coaches in the Hoosier Crossroad Conferences, they don't put up with things that are not appropriate.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
just doesn't happen.
Bradle steps out. Full count on the Royals senior. That one's high and outside. So a 2-out walk continues the inning for the Royals.
The one thing about it is, Brad, that at bat right there, you had two outstanding seniors, one on the mound and one at the plate,
battle.
and it was a good battle there.
Great battle. Griffin Haas steps in for his third at bat. He struck out looking, struck out swinging.
And both of them have contributed tremendously to their school.
Pop up over on the left side. That's going to be out of play. Oh, and 1 on the right fielder, Haas. He's had the most action out there in the outfield tonight for the Royals so far with a couple catches.
Yeah.
Two outs, 1 on. Top of the 5th. That one's low and inside. Tried to get him to nibble on that low inside fastball there, and Griffin wouldn't have anything of it. That one's low again. Makes it 2 balls and a strike. 2 are out here in the top of the 5th. Royals with a runner on first.
I'm sure Coach Keever would like to see Mr. Reyes get through this inning.
Oh, yeah. Strike called, belt high.
2-2-2 there.
Yeah, over that inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on. Pitch from Riggs. That one's bounced. Called a fair ball. Jack Shade picks it up, steps on first, and we are through the middle of the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th of the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on the bases. Middle of the 5th, score remains Millers 4, Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Hamilton County Sports Authority is a county's official sports corporation that works to create positive impact and community impact by attracting, supporting, and developing sporting events, facilities, and clubs in Hamilton County. Hamilton County Sports Authority work includes a bid development, financial assistance, event management support, leadership, consultation to grow opportunities in sports for the county and the cities of Carmel, Fishers, Noblesville, and Westfield. Brad, I want to say one thing here. Hamilton County Sports Authority is part of Hamilton County Tourism, and today I got a letter from an email today from their group that handles their marketing, and they want us back for next year.
That's super.
So we're going to have them as a sponsor for another year.
Glad to hear
and
that.
I think that will be their next year will be their 4th year of sponsoring Hamilton County TV to bring all these great sports, both boys and girls, to Hamilton County fans and people around the country.
Yeah. around the country, all over the world. It's just amazing when I talk to people. The places they'll say, "Well, I was here and I watched a ball game last night." And I'm sure you get the same thing now and then.
Absolutely.
7, 8, and 9 batters coming up for the Millers here in the bottom of the 5th. Jacob Edwards leading off. Here's a fly ball to center field, sky high. Cole Earlywine should have that. He does. First out of the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Brady Bishop.
Bishop's walked and scored a run on a wild pitch and struck out in the 3rd inning, and here he is back in the 5th inning for his 3rd at bat tonight.
Probably one of his first runs of his Miller
I think
varsity career.
Let me look here, because I think he pitched a run. Yeah, he really actually had three runs coming into this game, because there's been some games he has pitched.
He's been a courtesy runner probably for a pitcher or catcher. You know?
Yep, you're right.
2-0 on Bishop. Tonight he not only gets to bat and run, gets to play there on the bases at second base.
Yeah.
Done a nice job out there so far. 2-1. Swing and a miss. And the foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down. We're in the 5th. Sun starting to set in the western sky.
Yep.
Strike 3 is called. So Brady Bishop goes down. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up designated hitter Hunter Corbett.
Next out the DH, Hunter Corbett.
Reached on a walk in the 3rd. Lined out in the 2nd. Brady Strohmeyer's come in out of the bullpen and done a nice job.
Yeah, he really has.
He pitched to 3 batters last night in the 7th inning.
Right now, he's throwing pretty good.
Yes, he is. The book on him is he throws a little bit harder than what Lund did, but he doesn't have the movement on the ball like Lund had. That's fouled. 1-2 now on Corbett. Royals would like to end this inning right here and get their first 3 up, 3 down defensive inning, Perry. Miller's already on the 3rd trip through the order. And Brady Strohmeyer strikes out the side there with his pitch there. And so in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on the bases. Miller's 4, Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. Welcome back to Dunker Field, home of Miller baseball. Moving into the top of the sixth, Perry, and once again out there on the mound with 88 pitches is Bryce Riggs, and he's pitched a pretty doggone good game so far. Royals will send up the 3, 4, and 5 batters in their batting order. That'll be Cole Earlywine.
Top of the sixth inning, center fielder Cole Earlywine.
Earlywine is struck out twice here in the ball game.
Bunts at foul.
We're in the top of the sixth inning here.
Bouncer to second. Bishop is there. Quickly gets the ball over to Shade to make the play. That was a little closer play than it initially looked like it was going to be, Perry.
Well, I think coming in like that on Bishop, I think that had a little problem getting it out of the glove. But and Earlywine's got good speed, too. So
Chugga Rosario re-enters the game for the Royals. We'll have to see where he goes defensively.
Maybe Brado's going to have another.
Yeah, because goalie went into shortstop.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss by Chugga, 0-1.
I guess he could go back to first and Brado go to short.
Way outside.
That's really where he's batting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back in the
shortstop
slot. Yeah. One and one on Chugga Rosario. Now 1-2. Miller bullpen. Not really active, just watching the game out there now. It's still Stefan loosening up. 1-2 on Rosario.
Well, this late in the game with 93 pitches, you got to keep somebody warm down there.
Oh, yeah. One and two, Chugga Rosario at the bat. Jacob Edwards thought that he had strike three.
But he did
there.
apologize to the umpire, though.
That makes it 2-2. He was ready to send that ball down to third base. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He does get him. I've got that as the 11th strikeout of the game. Designated hitter Nolan Colbert steps in. Struck out and walked.
Colbert's a very good hitter.
There's one that may go into the gap there.
Nope.
No,
Ramsey's
nice
got it.
play by Aiden Ramsey. I thought that was going to possibly go all the way to the wall, but he goes for an out. So the fly out to center field is the third out of the inning. So in the top of the sixth for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the bases. We're in the middle of the sixth. The score remains Millers 4, Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. Yancey Apparel has been doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years, located inside Noblesville Trophies. Enter the north side door. Call Dan at 317-773-2973. Well, Brad, on Tuesday night, we're going to the softball field, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And, well, let's see, who's it going to be? It's going to be, I know it's going to be Noblesville.
Is it Brownsburg?
Yes, it is. Brownsburg at Noblesville. 6 o'clock start here at
and
Hamilton
then
Television.
Friday night, the Millers will play Brownsburg here, and
You'll
baseball.
have that one.
No, Perry will not be here because he has a grandson graduating from high school in Tennessee. So
and I
that's
won't be
kind of
either.
unknown right now.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there.
But the magic of Jim. Brad has got a ball game, so no.
We're moving into the bottom of the sixth.
Up in the Millers in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Top of the order coming up for Justin Keever. Trevor Corbett, his fourth at bat of the night. He's been on base every time he's reached on an error, a hit, and a walk. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Evens up the count, a ball and a strike. Trevor Corbett's had a good night at the plate. Had a little help with an error and a walk, but has not
It's
scored.
getting on base.
Yeah. There's one that
Ooh.
Griffin Haas is chasing down. It falls in there.
It's going to be
He's
good
gonna-
job there by Corbett.
Yeah, he was lucky that he was able to get back to
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Because Griffin Haas chased that ball down, could not make a play on it, but he fielded that on the first bounce. And Corbett was about halfway between first and second. And unfortunately for the Royals, he managed to get back to first. So he picks up the third hit of the night for the Millers, leading off the sixth. Aiden Reynolds, Mr. Pinkbat, up there.
Brad, keep in mind, let the fans know here that the sectional drawing for both baseball and softball has happened, and Hamilton County TV for sure will broadcast the entire girls softball tournament at Noblesville.
Yep.
And they'll do a couple of nights also on the baseball side at Carmel.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Mr. Wofford and I are going over there on Monday to check out the setup. Because it's been a while since we broadcast at Carmel.
I'd say last time I went to a game in Carmel was when my son was in high school.
That was a few years ago.
He
though,
graduated in '97, so it's been a while since I've been there. There's a high pop-up going off to the right side. Is that going to stay fair? That's going to go foul.
That would have been.
Griffin Haas has gotten a little bit of.
He's got a little work over there.
Yeah, he's gotten a few sprints in over there. That's why they practice those wind sprints all the time.
I'll tell you, even the age we are, Brad, we still get excited come sectional time.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I am so looking forward to that. Kind of a capping of the school year, to say.
Yeah.
That one
Before you know it, graduation will be here. In fact, graduation has a lot to do with the boys sectional anyways.
Well, Westfield and Carmel have graduations Memorial Day weekend on Friday and Saturday, and I don't remember which is which. Full count pitch coming from Brady Strawmeyer, throws over to first.
Corbett back in play.
He's back in there standing up. Right fielder Haas is really giving a lot of room over there in right field toward the foul line. Reynolds goes down swinging for the second time in the game. First out of the sixth. Bryce Riggs will step in.
The pitcher, Bryce Riggs.
Riggs is flown out twice. We're actually flown out 3 times this game so far. Stolen base. Nope, not going to get him.
Yeah.
The ball gets away. That's going to be charged as an error on the throw. So Trevor Corbett gets the stolen base to second, picks up third on the air on the throw by the catcher, Alex Billman.
One out here, and the Millers got a runner in scoring position, Brad.
And I don't know what that pitch was. Oh, they're saying it was called a ball.
Now you know.
We know for sure. That one's high, makes it 2-0. Now on Bryce Riggs. He may have flown out 3 times, but he's pitched one whale of a game tonight.
He certainly has.
We'll have to see if he comes back on the top of the 7th pair.
I would say yes.
I'm kind of leaning that way too. 2-1 now, the count of Bryce Riggs. A dozen strikeouts in the game so far.
Not a bad evening for
Not
a young
bad
man
at all.
headed to Eastern Illinois next year.
The 2-1 pitch.
Oh, nice pitch.
Wow,
that was
nice
a good
breaking
pitch.
ball there by Brady Strohmeyer.
That was
Makes
a
it
good
2
pitch
balls,
by
yep.
Strohmeyer.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Infield is in. He hit him.
That one hits him.
Be a pinch runner here, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see who it's going to be there.
Logan Schaffner.
Logan Schaffner will step in to
16, Logan Schaffner.
run for Decker.
Now up for the Millers, right fielder Nolan Decker.
This could be an interesting play possibly here.
Yeah, most definitely with second base open.
Schaffner's got good speed. Corbett's got good speed. Let's see what happens here. Decker's got good speed. There he goes.
Right off the bat, they throw. They're going to get him at home.
Yep.
They got him. Nice cutoff there by the
Yeah, that was a good
shortstop.
play. I kind of thought they were going to do that, but also Southeastern thought the same thing.
Yeah, and Ty Bradle, who moved back to shortstop,
Yeah.
he just sent a rocket
Yeah.
right to Alex Billman, and they just cut down Trevor Corbett for the second out of the inning. So that leaves
Logan Schaffner on second base here,
Yeah.
but you got 2 outs. Decker's at the plate. 2-0 on Decker.
now 3-0.
I assure you this will have to be an awful, awful good pitch for Decker to swing at it. Knowing the discipline that Nolan Decker has at the plate.
3-0. Right over the heart of the plate, knee high.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He plays a percentage. He knows his game of baseball.
Bryce Riggs, or rather Logan Schaffner on second base, running for Riggs.
Uh-oh.
That's going to score one. Right over the...
Uh-oh. It's going to be close down there.
He's in there.
Yep.
Good play by the Millers. Good running
By
on
Decker.
That play by Decker, because he saw that ball coming in. But the result of the play is the Millers pick up another run. They've got 5 now. Also pick up another hit.
Pitch running second base for the Millers, 24, Blake Widget.
Blake Widget now running for the Millers. Number 24 for Nolan Decker.
Shade.
Matt Shade at the plate here.
Shade steps in.
Widget, another speedster.
1 strikeout and 2 walks.
One thing about it, Coach Keever uses two of Noblesville's quick running backs as his runners.
2 outs, 1 on in scoring position. Bottom of the 6th
here.
Shade is in the hole at 0-2.
5-2 here. Only 5 hits in the ball game. I guess the big thing on the scoreboard.
That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to score another one for the Millers as
Widget is turning on.
Boy, is he quick. There goes Shade into second, standing up. So the Millers have gotten those 2 runs they gave up in the 4th inning back, and now out to a 4-run lead once again.
I'll tell you what, and when I saw Jack Shade earlier in the season playing in a scrimmage game over at Grand Park against Westfield, and Shade hit a ball over there and got a triple out of it. I was totally impressed at how much speed he has, and he showed it right there with the speed to get to second base. But he's coming out, and once again, Logan Schaffner's back in running. So
this time would be his last outing, because he's considered a pinch runner this time.
Yeah, yep.
Not a courtesy runner.
Which Shade will go back into first anyway. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Popped up.
Bradle.
Oh,
wow.
Cole early one comes all the way in from center field to get that.
And Bradle says, well, just go ahead and take it there if you're going to run that
no
far
doubt about
for
it. So at the end of 6, score Millers 6, Royals 2. You're watching Hamilton County Television Sports, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville. If you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore. It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street Signs and Banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Well, look who's out on the mound here at the top of the 7th inning.
Mr. 96.
96 pitches.
And going strong.
And yes, he is. You know, outside of that 4th inning when he struggled a little bit, and, you know, the amazing thing in that 4th inning, he struck out the first 2.
Yeah.
And then he lost it a little bit. Walked 2 batters, and then they got a base hit.
Gave up a hit.
And that scored 2 runs.
Yep.
But outside of that, he's pitched a remarkable baseball game.
Yes, he's done a great job. You know, this series, when these two teams get together, it always seems like the best comes out in pitching.
Well, Brad, we can almost say that in every Hoosier Crossroad game we play, especially when you talk about Hamilton County teams from the Hoosier Crossroad Cup.
Exactly. A ball and a strike on Maddox Bach, the second baseman. Royals are down by 4. That one hits the outside corner.
That fastball is still pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. Pitch number 100 on the way. There's a foul bouncing down toward the Miller bullpen.
Luke Steffen's still down there. I'm sorry, Brad.
A ball and 2 strikes on Maddox Bach.
You got him.
Now a ball and 3 strikes, and Maddox goes down swinging. I have got that as the 13th strikeout.
You are correcto.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I got something right. Alex Billman steps in.
That's kind of what Jim's thinking back there in the truck.
Well, miracles happen. He got one right.
Yeah.
Catcher Alex Billman.
Billman struck out swinging twice in this game so far.
But we don't have to worry about him docking our pay, though.
Such a pleasure to work for.
Okay. He's going to give us half his pay.
The 2-0 pitch. Pitch on the way. That one's a little bit low. 3-0 now on Alex Billman. Bryce Riggs trying to close out the Royals here and tie the series up at 1-1, but take over first place in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. Alex Billman walks on 4 pitches. Just wonder how much farther Justin Keever's going to go, and he's coming out of the dugout, and I'm willing to guess that he's probably going to make a change here. What do you think, Perry?
Yeah.
Courtesy runner at first base.
Well, I'll tell you what, while he's making a little change here.
We could talk about Yancey's.
Yeah, let's talk about Yancey's
Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. What a great game there pitched by Mr. Riggs. Yancey's Apparel doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years. Located inside Noblesville Trophies. Enter the north side door. Call Dan at 317-773-2973. Brad, let's go through these numbers here for Mr. Riggs. What a great job he did.
Fantastic.
Pitches for strikes today. He threw 104 pitches. 62 were for strikes. He faced 25 batters, gave up 1 hit, walked 5, and struck out 13.
Well, you know, the other thing that's been fantastic for the Millers tonight is, Perry, is it's 0 that they've got up there in the scoreboard in the errors column.
Yes, it is. Yes,
because
it is.
Last night down at Hamilton Southeastern, the errors that the Millers made definitely cost them the game.
Yeah, and definitely that's one of the things that has hurt the Royals tonight with 3 errors.
So what have we got to say on Mr. Steffen?
Well,
here?
Mr. Steffen's a pretty good pitcher also. He's a 2.78 ERA. He's 1-1 on the season, but he's made 7 appearances. He's pitched 22.2 innings, given up 29 hits and 16 runs. Once again, Brad, base on balls to strikeout ratio, Mr. Steffen, 7 walks, 32 strikeouts.
We've seen some amazing pitching here in the last couple days.
Yes, we have.
It's absolutely amazing.
Number 4, Bryce Riggs. And up to the plate for the Royals, number 9, Harrison Dilks.
Well, here we go. Luke Steffen now on the mound for the Millers with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning, with the Millers leading 6-2.
Hot shot.
Oh, hot shot.
Off the glove of Jack Shade.
Oh, I was going to say, you don't want to run on Decker.
No, you don't.
That's cannon out there in right field.
That ball was hit so hard by Dilts that it kind of handcuffed.
Well, he had a man on first base, too,
Yeah.
so he was concentrating. Not that it was a tough play.
So the Royals get their second hit of the game. 2 on, 1 out. Cam Seitz steps up.
Number 7, Cam Seitz.
Seitz has walked and struck out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ball outside for Steffen. 1 out here. We're in the 7th.
Miller's holding on to a 4-run lead. Lucas Steffen hoping to close this one out. There's a strike. 1-1 on junior Cam Sites. Sites, big swing and a miss there, makes it 1-2. Royals need some runs. Millers need some outs. Miller's 2 outs away from splitting the series. That's a real hit, but right at the right fielder. And Miller's had him play just perfectly.
You know, the one thing about it is, as good a pitcher as Decker is, he's also an outstanding right fielder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and when that ball hit the bat, I thought, boy, he got a lot of bat on that. But
yeah.
He hit it right at Nolan Decker. Ty Bradle steps up, last out for the Royals. Swing and a miss. 2 on, 2 outs. Royals just collected their second hit of the game. That one's inside, going to even it up at 1-1.
We're at the top of the order here on this Southeastern, so don't count them out now. Even though there's 2 outs.
Yeah. Bradle is in the hole now at 0-1-2. The 1-2 from Steffen. Hot shot between the shortstop and the third baseman. They're going to hold the runners. Millers quickly get that ball into the infield.
Bases loaded here.
Yeah, second hit of the inning. That's going to bring up Griffin Haas.
Right fielder, Griffin Haas.
So right now the Royals have got the bases loaded, 2 down to their last out.
Let's keep in mind, Griffin Haas has had 3 doubles and 1 home run this season. Bases loaded here.
Tried to check his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. One and 0 on Griffin Haas. Throw back to second. Ball gets away, but not far enough for any of the Royals to advance. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. The Royals have the bases loaded. The tying run is at the plate.
Is that correct, 0-2?
No, it's
okay.
Haas takes that one over the outside corner of the plate, evens up the count, a ball and a strike. Steffen steps off, back on the rubber. The 1-1 pitch. Haas takes that one outside. 2 balls and a strike. No place to put Haas right now. Cole Earlywine is on deck if Haas reaches. Bouncing ball to first. That's Jack Shade who's got it. Sends it over to Lucas Steffen, and that retires the side. So in the top of the 7th for the Royals, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on the bases. Final score, Noblesville Millers 6, Hamilton Southeastern Royals 2. Perry, your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's a typical Hamilton County Hoosier Crossroad game. And what a great game, great pitching by Bryce Riggs. Nice game here. It's a split. So
the bottom line is the Millers take over first place in the conference. Royals drop down into a second place tie with the Fishers Tigers. And more exciting baseball, and boy, it's just going to keep going right through the sectional.
Oh, absolutely. This is what it's all about.
Great game tonight. I'd like to thank our technical crew, Jim Wofford, Lucas Lacone. I'd like to remind you that we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Baseball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, the Community Health Network, Bastion Solutions. Visit HamiltonCounty.com, Hamilton County Sports Authority, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino, Carpenter Real Estate, Noblesville Youth Sports Alliance, Blades, Audio, Video, and Security, Yancey's Fine Apparel, Hamilton County Bicentennial, and the Hamilton County Reporter. On behalf of Perry Williams, this is Brad Silbert. Good night from Noblesville.